It's look at these guys.
That's a corgi.
Oh my goodness. Oh man.
A dachshund.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a good old bulldog.
He's batting fourth tonight.
I'm not sure where you are, but you're happy.
Yeah, we saw him earlier, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh
my goodness.
Cool.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Bark at the park, folks.
Oh, this is the best. I could watch this all night. That's a hot dog.
That's a hot dog. Wow.
Up from Reno is Jose Fernandez, 22-year-old prospect coming off a big spring. He's starting at third base tonight. The ball absolutely jumped off his bat all spring long. A lot of loud, hard contact from Jose Fernandez, who makes his big league debut tonight. The right-hander Brandon Pfaadt making his 2026 debut, and Torey Lovullo very pleased with where Brandon is at to begin the year.
1 ball, 1 strike to Colt Keith, who leads off for the 52nd time in his 3-year major league career. What are you smiling about already?
I just got a kick out of kick out of the lights going out.
I think everybody did. They've done some interesting things here. Evidently, you have a choice. You're going to have the roof closed and the lights on, with the roof open but no lights.
Little excuse me check swing. Of course, it goes to the new guy, Fernandez, and a sweeping tag there by Santana. Is Carlos okay? You always worry about the glove hand on the first baseman on a play like that, with that runner coming up the line full speed.
Yeah, a little check swing to the left side right there. And the throw pulls Carlos off. Fortunately, got the tag down quickly enough to get Keith at first base.
Fernandez played a lot of shortstop at AA Amarillo last year in the Texas League, but he can play shortstop, third base, second base.
Casey Mize making his first start of 2026 after a very good year last year.
Moreno the DH in the cleanup spot. But Gabby last night walked, single, double, had an RBI. High in the air to center. Still going, and it's high off the wall. He just missed a home run. Gabby's got a double.
Gets a barrel on it and bangs it off the facing of the home run porch out there in left center field.
Had one go off the side by the Tigers yesterday. That went 4-11. Gabby at second to start the second, ahead of Alec Thomas.
Oh, that splitter is a demon ball. Casey Mize cuts down Thomas.
You know, and so far that's been a real good pitch. But look at the bottom fall out of this. I mean, that even looks like the inner third, and that spin coming off of that index finger to push that ball down and away for the first out.
Here comes Jose Fernandez in his first major league at bat. Bouncer to third. Colt Keith. Close at first, and he's safe. Adam Hammer, he says Fernandez won the foot race. A.J. Hinch will take a look to make sure here.
Guys on the bench asking for the baseball.
Well, it's going to be his first big league hit, unless they overturn the call. No challenge.
All right, he's on the board.
One plate appearance, one base hit for the big leaguer, Jose Fernandez. Carlos Santana. Carlos at first base, bats seventh. Casey Mize, he's in a little bit of a jam right here early, but gets a swing and a miss with that split finger pitch. And that's the same one he used to get Alec Thomas.
A 4-pitch walk. Casey Mize has been firing a whole bunch of strikes. He's been up to 96. Now he's in a bases loaded jam after strikeouts of Thomas and Santana. A 4-pitch walk to James McCann. Bases loaded now.
3 sliders and a splitter, and that is all for the Diamondbacks and Lawler.
And that's a good one. He's throwing it really good to left-handers, but look at this to the right-hander, right over the top to get out of the inning.
So Pfaadt, a hittable pitcher. I'll continue to repeat that until the hits start falling.
This chopper goes up the middle. Marte on the charge, gets around it, throws it, and over at first, Parker Meadows trying to run through it, and it looked like he did beat that out.
Yeah, it did. And as soon as this went over Pfaadt's head, you knew it was going to be trouble with Parker Meadows' speed.
That's a high fly ball center field. Thomas is back. It's over his head. Rogers plants it for extra bases, and Parker is on the go. He's going to score easily. Jake Rogers breaks through with a 1-0 Tigers lead. Nothing more fun than watching Jake run.
Good for Jake, that big hit.
Let's Go Tigers has broken out here at Chase Field. Colt Keith into right. That's a base hit, and yes, Jake can hoof it around the bases, but Joey Cora is like, yes, we love watching him run. First and third is okay as well. And here on a curveball, he'll ground it to first. Santana has nowhere to go. The Tigers score again. McGonigal blitzing down the line on a big chopper, and Santana didn't have a chance because of the jump Jake Rogers got over at third.
Look at Jake Rogers.
Yes.
He did not flat-footed. He was not at all. He was creeping down that line and just took off.
Keith at second, McGonigal over at first.
Ooh. And McCann wants a challenge.
The catcher is challenging the ball call.
It looked like that sweeper landed for strike three. Remember, Diamondbacks are 3 for 3. Now they're 4 for 4.
The D-backs still undefeated and challenge 4 for 4. They're being very frugal, but it's worked every time.
And now this is the guy you got to be careful facing, Riley Green of the Tigers. That sweeper has a tendency to just back right into the barrel of left-handers when not located correctly.
Riley hammers this ball to right field. That is down, and it's past Carroll. Keith is home. McGonigal racing to the plate. It is 4-0 Tigers in the desert. This is something that Torey Lovullo talked about after the game last night when he said his club has just got to eliminate the one bad inning. And this time it might be this third. Still some work to do. Carpenter grounded out his first time. Gary Carpenter having a rough start. 1 for 17.
Challenging the ball call.
And another challenge from McCann. Courtesy of T-Mobile, and it shows that Bill Miller was right. First miss on the ABS.
Count is 1-0. Arizona has one challenge remaining.
James McCann trying to do whatever he can to get his pitcher out of this inning. Gary Carpenter lashes this ball to right. Green around third. Carroll's got a bobble, and it is 5-0 Tigers here in the third.
Some of the bats may be starting to heat up.
Jose Fernandez beat out an infield hit in his first ever at bat. A lot of power from this young man in the spring.
Now the pitch swung on, that is hit out to deep left field. This one's on its way. There it goes. Have a debut, Jose Fernandez. It's his first major league homer. And there's your spark. Diamondbacks on the board. It's 5-1.
A self-spark plug right there. The first one might have only went about 70 feet, but this one about 300 more than that.
Way to play it cool, kid.
And no silent treatment there for Hernandez. He blasted that ball. 408 feet, came off the bat at 104 miles an hour.
Nothing about the way this kid hits the ball is silent.
No.
At one point this spring, he had put 18 balls in play, Jose Fernandez. 15 of the 18 were hard hit, meaning off the bat at 95 miles an hour or greater. Because Brandon, you don't get to take away the inning, but he's not given up a hit or a walk in any other inning but that third. 8 straight set down. Torkelson on deck, and it's 2-2 on Carpenter. That's called strike 3. He's going to challenge. It's going to be close.
Yeah, just originally it just looked good. If I'm a pitcher, I look at that pitch and think that's pretty good, but it might just be just below the knee.
Ooh.
Boy.
Carey got him. It's just low. Oh, less than an inch. Man, what a challenge. Outside ball 4. That's the challenge of the year in Major League Baseball.
There it is, and it pays off. You know, gets Gary Carpenter on base.
Maybe 2. Fernandez for 1. Marte turns it.
Nice.
Boy, the kid has looked good down there at third. Jose Fernandez in his big league debut, having a nice night. A mystifying night from Casey Mize here in Arizona.
And to finish strong, too. If this is your last hitter, why not end it with a strikeout? And that's exactly what Casey did.
And what a night to start 2026 for Casey Mize. James McCann starts off the 8th against Drew Anderson. And that is a fair ball up the line. He gets it started and rattles around on Riley Green in there. And McCann's got the leadoff double. His first base hit this year.
Good start.
Base hit. McCann will stop at third. They got something cooking. First 2 aboard in the 8th. And the lineup card turns over. Now the 3-1 to Marte. Nice. They're loaded for Corbin. First 3 have reached in the 8th. Hand it off to the next guy. Keep the line moving. And he wants this club, he says, to have a wild dog mentality. Because there's a relentlessness, he says, to wild dogs. Corbin takes a bite.
and drives it to right. Hits off the ball. The can is home. Lawler will score. They'll stop Cattell. Corbin drives in two. And the Wild Dogs are barking.
I like it.
Wild Dogs, he says, they wear you down and they tire you out. And it was a long offensive drought, but they found their legs here in the eighth. Tying runs now in scoring position. No outs for Perdomo.
Nice.
They're loaded again. The first five have reached in the eighth. Well, nothing funny about this mess for Will Vest. He's put himself in a bit of a jam here. Walk, double walk, and now it's Moreno with the bases full. And the go-ahead runs on ahead of him. That is fair at third. McKinstry for one, and they can't get it. Marte's home. They get the force on Corbin. One run comes across, and it's 5-4.
It's a pretty alert attempt right there. Get the force out at third. Try to get Marte at home plate. They probably had no chance to throw across the diamond and complete that double play, but Cattell gets a hand on the plate before the tag, and the ball eventually got loose.
One out in the eighth. The batter is Alec Thomas. Alec chops it to second. Gleyber Torres gets one, and that's all. Perdomo gets into third. 2 outs now. Tying run is 90 feet away. So a big spot for Fernandez. He had an infield single in the second, his first big league hit. A homer in the fourth. A.J. Hinch out to the mound, and he'll make the move. And Fernandez, in his very first major league game, is up against Kenley Jansen, who's played 934 major league games. Fernandez hits a high fly ball deep to left field, and it's gone. He did it. The kid did it, and they grabbed the lead. Wow! That was his fourth major league at bat. He's homered in half of them. They're not the answer backs. They're the drama backs. Unbelievable. Really. And here is Paul Sewald, who was with the Tigers at the end of last year, making his third appearance in his Diamondback return after a 12-pitch 1-2-3 ninth for the save last night.
Nice.
The velo has been up for Sewald, and he gets his first out. The sweeper, Sewald punches out the first two. McKinstry, last man standing for the Tigers.
Yeah.
Got him! Paul Sewald, the 1-2-3 ninth. Hold on.
The batter is challenging the strike ball.
We're going to challenge that one. Tigers have been red hot with their challenges.
No reason not to at this point.
Yep. Can't take them with you. There's the strike, and that's the ball game. As they get a 6-run eighth inning to come back in what will forever be known as the Jose Fernandez game.